Hello everyone. Have a look at these statements. I don't understand this question, or I am not understanding this question. Which one do you think is correct? I like it, I am liking it. Which one? I have a car, or I am having a car. Which one do you think is correct? All the statements seem to be confusing, right? Both the options seem to be right, but no, there is only one answer, and that may not be what you thought. Have a look at the answers. If you observe the answers, all the statements that have ing form are incorrect. Understanding, liking, having, they're all incorrect. Why? Words like understand, have and like are called state verbs, and you should never use state verbs in ing form. State verbs? What are they? We all know a verb is a word that denotes an action like playing, eating, running, right? They are all dynamic in nature and are called action verbs, and you can use them in ing form. But words such as like, know, have, want are called state verbs. State verbs do not refer to any action, but they express a state, a condition or a feeling, and they can never be used in ing form. It's important that you know this basic difference between a state verb and an action verb, because it is only then you will know how to use a verb in its correct form. State verbs can be divided into 4 categories: thoughts and opinions, senses, feelings and emotions, possession and measurement. Let's start with the first category, thoughts and opinions. Verbs such as agree, remember, think, know all come into this category of thoughts and opinions. I've given some more here. What is important is how we are going to use them, not the category in which they fall into, right? I am not understanding this question is wrong. I don't understand this question is right. Do not add ing to it because you are just expressing the state. Similarly, I am not believing this news. No, I don't believe this news is right. There are certain verbs which can be used as both state verbs or action verbs. One of the example, I think that coffee is great. I am thinking to move to another job. In the first statement, I was talking about my opinion. But in the second statement, thinking is dynamic. That is why I used ing form of think. Let's move into the second category, senses. Look, see, feel, hear, taste, they all fall into this category. This perfume is smelling good. No, this perfume smells good. But you can say, I'm smelling something, right? Because here I am doing an action. I'm doing the action of smelling. So in this case, I can use smelling. But in the first case, you will not say this perfume is smelling because there you are describing the quality of the perfume, right? In that case, you will only say smells good. Oh, this dish is tasting like chicken. No, this dish tastes like chicken. But you can say she is tasting the soup to check if there is salt in it, because in that case, she is actually doing the action of tasting. But in the first example which I gave you, you are only conveying the quality of that dish. Similarly, I see some birds. I'm seeing the doctor tomorrow, right? So again, remember the context in which you are using these verbs. The third category, feelings and emotions. Like, dislike, want, wish, love, hate. These fall into this category. I'm hating this right now. No, I hate this right now. That is correct. I'm liking it. I like it. Feelings and emotions can never be used as action verbs. You should always use them as it is because they represent state or condition. Let's move on to our last category, possession and measurement. Have, own, belong, weigh, measure. These verbs fall into this category. I have a car. It's not I'm having a car because here you're talking about your possession. Similarly, I had a car. It's not I was having a car. I have a large family. It's not I'm having a large family. But you can say I'm having breakfast. Why? Because in this sentence, having is a replacement of the verb eating, right? So you can use having in this case. The suitcase weighs 15 kgs is correct. The suitcase is weighing 15 kgs is incorrect, right? Because here you are talking about the quality of that suitcase. You can say the butcher is weighing the meat, because in this case, weighing is the action that is being done by the butcher to measure the weight of the meat, right? Always remember, whenever you are using state verbs to indicate thoughts, opinions, feelings, emotions, possession or measurement, never use them in ing form. In certain cases, we use some of these verbs as dynamic forms like action verbs. In those cases, you may use ing form, right? So remember the context in which you are using them. Well guys, there's an interesting exercise coming up. Make sure you're attempting it so that you will not forget what you learned from today's session. Before that, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also the like button if you feel you learned something new from today's session. That really encourages me to do more such content.